Oh, sorry, caught off guard by the fucking view. But you can't be friends with everyone, mate, and not everyone's gonna like you, which is what I've learned, so. Okay, boys, we are live and direct from Phuket, mate. Right, we're about to get the morning kickstart. We've already had a coffee and 1,000 milligrams of L-tyrosine, but 2 protein shakes, 2 bananas. That'll do me until about 4 p.m, 3 p.m. It's like, what is it now? I don't know if you can see, but it says 9:52. I don't know, recently I've just been like suppressing my appetite and then just eating big. Later on in the day, I'm just grafting for the start of it, mate, and just getting locked in, mate. Look at those blue skies, fellas. We're about to go to the top. What a tops is looking like. It's like a co-op would be the equivalent. But I mean, well, you can fucking make the decision of what you think it is, mate. But it's 24 hours and they do cards. It's quite ideal, mate. And they don't have minimum charge. And I don't mind spending the minimum charge money, because it's like a $5. But like, if I want 1 protein shake, bro, and then I have to spend like, then I have to just get more protein shakes for no fucking reason. Like, I just don't see the point in that. But look at this, man. So as well. Sorry, mate, couldn't show the transaction there because I had my hands full, but... Oh, caught off guard by the fucking view. Oh no, boys, what are you even fucking talking about, fellas, mate? Look at that crank. What are the plans for today, mate, you ask? Well, we have London session live call, we have the New York session live call, and they have a couple of new mentees that I've onboarded, so gonna have to introduce them to the game and stuff and get them up to speed. And then we also have a couple of the trading club VIP students as well, so they've just jumped on the VIP scheme. And basically I'll be doing like weekly sessions with them in a group. So yeah, we'll be doing that, so I'm excited to teach those boys. A lot of people jumping on the model now. I think a lot of people are starting to see that I'm not I'm not one of those fucking HS or DMO or whatever. Like, I'm not an affiliate broker, Forex scammer. Like, my model fucking works and I have the data to prove it, and I've been in, you know what I mean, bro? I've been fucking here, mate. You know what I mean? Trading for fucking the last however long, mate. Turning up to every single live call, every single London session, every single New York session. And some people still think I'm fake, but whatever, bro. Let those people be. But you can't be friends with everyone, mate, and not everyone's gonna like you, which is what I've learned, so gotta just get on with it. And then the people that think I'm a scammer, they're missing out, mate. That's what I think. So yeah, we're just about to get back into the crib, and then we're just gonna crank a bit, mate. This is the outpost, boys. Look at this setup. We've got the pillow to raise. You want to raise the height, mate, so it's at a good level, but look at that, mate. This is why you gotta fucking crank. We are now marking out bias for each pair. As you can see, we have just finished the bias read there. So all the green tags are the bullish pairs, the red tags are the bearish pairs, and the orange tags are the misaligned pairs. So as you know, I trade the hybrid model at the moment. So if you're unaware, I have the mech model, which is the full mechanical, so mechanical bias and mechanical entry. And then I also have the hybrid model, which is a discretionary bias and a mechanical entry. So yeah, I do like to, well, I have traded both. The mechanical model is what made me originally profitable, but the hybrid just fixed some issues with that mechanical bias, and one of them being avoiding consolidation periods. So yeah, boys, that is what the current state of the trading is at. The other day as well, we've just recently added a 50k top step to the arsenal. 5 booms in the chat for that, mate. Morning. Here is a second iteration of your favourite series, but this time we've just got the one, mate. But we have cranked 1,000 milligrams of L-tyrosine to the dome as well. So whilst I talk about why you suck at day trading, mate, and that is the fucking truth of it. So why do you suck at day trading? Well, I'm going to list off some things that would make you not suck, and then if you don't do those things, then clearly you are the inevitable. You are sucking at day trading, okay? So, ripping it off with obviously the most important one, you need to be following a model, mate. If you're not following a model, whether that be a good one or a bad one, then you suck. okay? You need to be following a model, whether that be some backstreet model that you found on Reddit, or whether that be the TMB model, mate. You know what I'm saying? Number two, you need to be tracking your following of that model. Because if you're not tracking your following of that model, then in a year time, you have absolutely no data on what you've just done in the last year. And you may as well have not traded at all. All you have to show for it is your account balance being up or down. You don't have any data. You don't have anything that you can adapt your model to. You have nothing. You can't improve or make any good additions, or even just keep it the same if you don't even know what's going on. You might think things are going wrong, when actually nothing's going wrong, it's just in the short term, and your mind might be localized onto the now instead of the bigger picture. So that's number two, is collect your data, whether that, I don't know what format you want to do that in. I do Google Sheets and TradeZilla, 20% off code burgers. I do both because Google Sheets gives me like that top-down view. I can see all the trades, I can see where and what is going wrong or right. Whereas TradeZilla is more of that individual trade journal, so add in the screenshots, add in the playbook, add in the footnotes, all of that sort of jazz, and you can also backtest on there as well, which is really fucking sweet. The third one is you need to be backtesting, okay? And I know it's a common one and you're bored of it, but I'm going to say it again and we're not going to go over it too long, but you need to be backtesting, because how are you going to know how your model performs on a wide range of pairs over a wide range of data if you're not backtesting? Yes, you can live test, and that is more effective in terms of the accuracy because it's in the real moment, but you can only live test so much, you know what I mean? Whereas backtesting, like me, Cole and Rye, some boys from the Discord, we'll just crank for 6 hours with no breaks and get some fucking solid data, like the data that Cole got, which I'm going to recheck on this week when I have some time. We have 3 entry points, give or take. We have the 0.5, the 0.618, and then the 0.7. He found that the difference in win rate from the 0.5 and the 0.6 and the 0.7 were as follows. So I'm just going to go off the top of my head. The actual data is very close to this. I do know it well from memory, but I don't have it up at the moment. The 0.5 was something like 8R over the year in terms of R gained, with maybe a 38% win rate. The 0.7, very similar sort of numbers, maybe a higher win rate but a similar R. And then the 0.618, 25R with a 48% win rate. Like, you change one minor detail about your entry, and then all of a sudden you're fucking gaining an extra 20R. Like, what the actual hell? So you wouldn't know that if you didn't backtest, mate. Same with the SL changes and stuff, like loads of little minute niche details, and that's where I got all my news data from, is from backtesting. How are you going to get all this niche data if you don't backtest? So that's number 3, obviously, is the backtesting. Now number 4 is a bit of a more general one, and it's being a day trader outside of the charts and not just inside of the charts. So you can easily be a day trader on the charts. For me, it's easy to follow a model. It's easy to stay locked in and be consistent, because I know that it works more than it doesn't in terms of win rate, in terms of, you know what I mean, RR on the month and stuff. But being a day trader outside the charts is something that you've got to constantly be pursuing, and that's just being disciplined, getting your fitness right, getting your mind right, eating the right food, meditating, reading, doing all of the 9 yards that you need to be doing to be that guy. Because day trading isn't easy. You can't just fap, scroll, eat bad food, be lazy, be fat, and be a profitable day trader. Like, I just don't see any of those guys making it. Because if they're gonna lack discipline in their fucking entire life, then you think what you think is gonna happen on the charts, bro? You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand these guys, man. Like, they're fat and lazy, but then they think, like, why the hell am I unprofitable? Like, mate, you're fat and lazy. You're fucking unprofitable because you're fat and lazy. So if any of you boys are like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not fucking jacked. I used to be jacked, but then I took a foot off the gas pedal because I wanted to focus more on the game, and I'll get jacked later. I'm in good shape, I'm shredded, and I eat the good food. Like, you know what I mean? I keep it simple, and I'll get back into it when I have more time on my hands. But for now, it's at a good level. I feel like you guys aren't even at a good level. You don't even leave the house. You don't even do anything, bro. So you need to be doing that shit. And then, you know, every other area of life will just fall into place, you know what I mean? You're going to be raising your vibration, you're going to be more positive, you're going to know that you're smashing it in all the other areas of life. So day trading is obviously just going to fall into place, and it's obviously just the one to come next. That is fucking obvious, mate. Let's be real. Coffee time. I would say the 5th and final one is find a community. It doesn't have to be my community at all, not at all. But find a community to trade with, and find a community that can hold you accountable. I know back in the day, a lot of my boys that we used to crank, well, we still do crank, the twice a day live calls, and I would know a lot of their strategies. So I would know if they put a win in the chat, that's not their model. I would know if they put a loss in the chat, that's not their model. I would know if they were speaking about trading in a way that isn't their philosophy. I would know if they're strategy hopping, and I would always keep them accountable. Find some higher up guys that have Discord servers to keep you accountable, because that's why George has become profitable. That's in the Discord, these guys are. That's why Curly's become profitable. That's why Foxy's just passed new accounts and gotten payouts. That's why Tania has now passed 800k in funding and had $12k in payouts. It's because of that accountability factor. It's because of that factor, like, oh shit, if I go against my plan now, like, the boys are going to know about it. And if I pass an account now, they're going to be like, oh, what trades did you do to pass that account, mate? And then you show them the fucking screenshots and it's like not even your model. And that has helped a lot of the boys in there stop going against their plan, because they know that repercussion later down the line with somebody calling them out, and that shame is going to come back and bite them in the arse. So the fifth and final one for today, like I said, just a chill one and a short one, is join a community, bro. Doesn't have to be mine. Find someone reputable and good and that you trust and you relate to. Join their community, get involved, ask questions, put your thoughts in the chat, and people will answer you if it's a good community. Do you know what I mean? Like, we have 1,000+ members and all of our chats are fucking active as fuck. And we got some killers in there that are just helping everyone for free on a daily. So yeah, if you implement these 5 things, mate, you're honestly going to be a savage. As you know, all of my shit is in the description if you want to help me help you, so to speak. And if you actually want to learn a solid model, check out the link below, boys. But that's all I've got to say for you now. We'll do a final little panners. Ooh.